name is Shrishti, and today I am not here to give you a boring lecture on how to give your introduction while you are facing the interview. I'm sure you have explored many videos on this particular topic, but today I will tell you something which is different, and I'm sure that will be useful for all of you. Before that, please like and subscribe to this channel. As I always say, you don't have to copy anyone. Be original. Whatever points you know are better to describe yourself, just cover them in your introduction instead of replicating someone else who does not even know you. And some of you might wonder, if everything is written on the resume which you have submitted to the interviewer, what's the point in giving introduction? Well, it is not so. The person is not interested to calculate the total words that you have printed on your resume. He is much more interested to know you as a person. How much confidence and presence of mind do you carry while you are facing that interview? Make sure that you greet the person when you enter the interview room and you take permission before you sit down. And when he allows you to sit down, express gratitude. Say thank you that you have received this wonderful opportunity from him. Always start with your name. Now you might think, if the name is written on the resume, is it necessary to start with your name? Yes, it is. Because it is a very professional and a decent approach to begin your introduction. The person is not your relative. He does not know you since ages. So you start like this. Hello, my name is Shrishti Gulati, or I am Shrishti Gulati. Some people say this is Shrishti, it is Shrishti, myself Shrishti. These are truly incorrect. Please avoid them. Then talk about your city. And I don't have to flaunt if I come from a metropolitan city. Ultimately, skills matter the most and not the place where you come from. Even if you are from a small village, please feel proud about it and talk about it very nicely. Our hometown, our city gives us the sense of identity, the sense of belongingness. So, it is important that you highlight the place where you are living. Do you think mentioning your scores is really important? I don't think so. If someone has scored 90% and he is not able to apply practical skills at his or her workplace, I don't think that 90% carries any relevance to him. So, some people who don't wish to mention their scores or grades, you can definitely skip this part. But while talking about your educational background, it is important that you start in decreasing order. For example, post-graduation followed by graduation. It is not necessary that you talk about your 10th or 12th standard marks as well. This can be considered for those people who are still in college and they are freshers. People who already have so many degrees, you just talk about that, and if you want to skip your 10th and 12th, you can, because this is logical. If someone has completed 10th, then only he'll be upgraded to 12th and then to graduation. Some people say schooling. Schooling is an incorrect word to use. Instead, you say school education. People who have work experience, you need to mention about your current work role, your company, the type of work you are doing there, the job description, area of expertise, etc. And it has to be in decreasing order. People who are freshers, they just need to say, I am a fresher and this would be my first job. It is absolutely okay, because from somewhere or the other point, you start. Whenever you are talking about your previous work role or previous company, do not make any assumption, do not hold any prejudice. Talk about everything in a very positive and a suitable manner. You cannot criticize your previous managers. You cannot criticize the salary structure which was not so appealing, because Here you are presenting yourself as a very selfish or maybe a greedy person who has problems in anything and everything. Please avoid that. Some people often ask me, is it important to talk about your family? Well, I would say this is an optional part. If you wish to keep this, you may. If you don't wish to talk about your family, that is also acceptable. But the people who are telling about their family, I would suggest them to just talk about the number of people you have in your family. For example, I have 5 members in my family. You don't need to tell at which designation your father is working, or maybe your mother is holding a great designation. That is absolutely not required because this interview is for you. Your parents are not giving the interview, they will not work on behalf of you. So therefore, just try to talk about yourself as much as possible instead of telling the designation of your parents or maybe any of your family members. Now, some people often get confused whether they need to talk about their hobbies or not. I would suggest you certainly should mention about your hobbies. 1 or 2, that is it, not more than that. And hobbies is that area which you enjoy doing the most. That can be painting, that can be dancing, drawing, cooking, anything. But it should have that influence from your side. And you should know everything in detail about that hobby. Hobby is not where I just need to impress anybody. I can say I am fond of reading. But when the person asks me, who are your favorite authors? I probably could remember name of anybody. So it's better you talk about only those hobbies where you are confident. Last but not the least, if you have some additional achievements, something which is really phenomenal, please highlight that. But be wise enough to choose what is right and what is wrong. For example, if I won the singing competition in standard 5th, I don't think I need to mention this at the time of my interview. You know it very nicely what are the skills that you need to submit and what are the skills that are not really important for that interview. So please decide. You are the best judge to decide what is good and what is bad for you. That is it for today. I hope you have learned something new from this particular video. Still, I will suggest you to follow what your inner voice is telling you to do. You don't have to copy paste. There is no need of rote learning. Whatever things you feel are best for you, please do that. Thank you for watching the video. Please like. Thank you and good day.